I mean, everybody says, "Oh, well, Zerg's got that third right there." Well, so does the Protoss. You know, I mean,
There's
it's I don't know.
yeah,
The only downside is I don't like I don't like any ladder maps having gold on. That's the only thing I personally have a problem with. But
right.
these aren't the easiest golds to defend either. So
Yeah.
um,
For some reason, this is not appearing to load for me. I got to figure this out. It
we are
must be
having the
something.
red storm issue. Yes.
Yeah, which is weird because I play games with absolutely no lag, and I've been in games with people casting me, and there's been absolutely no lag.
I
So it's kind of
wonder
weird.
if
I've got the stream up so I can cast off of that, but
yeah.
still.
I wonder if on the next one I'll go ahead and make you as a observer instead of a referee. There
Referee, see
might
if
be an
that
issue
works.
with your.
Yeah.
I've got a map. Um, which one is it? The spaceship map. It absolutely crashes my whole system. Two
Yeah,
minutes, 2 minutes in, and that one shuts my computer hard locks up. Can't
it's
do anything
weird.
about it.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense because I can play with like however many casters I want, but I'm not sure.
And you can go ahead and call them out while I answer this guy's question.
All right. In the left-hand corner, we've got our blue Terran player, Sorrow. And in our right-hand corner, we've got our, is he green for this one? Yes. Our green Zerg, FSMuTaLisk.
Yeah, so
And
this is uh, this
here's
is the
that.
GSL, so it will be a cross spawn.
Right, that's what I was about to say. It looks like the FSMuTaLisk is unaware of the forced cross spawns here. It could be that he's just trying. With the new Overlord speed, it doesn't really matter. But in old days, you would do something like that so that a Marine wouldn't come out and get you. But
I've also noticed that sometimes, like we saw FS do here, he actually um, cuts over and works that diagonal instead of just a crate because he wants to get that top corner view first. Um, uh, so who knows? Maybe it's a preference, but I've seen him do that before where nope, he's actually changing routes again, checking for close by air, which can't be there.
right,
And
it's just so it's a very, very weird route that he's doing with his Overlord. I mean, he could be just for sure that he's not going to see any like cheese, but he's definitely not going to see it on the route he's doing. If you were to proxy Rex this map, you would do it like at the gold on the big side, or you'd do it at the Zerg's third. You wouldn't do it.
And we do see the 15-15 opening for Mutilus with the hatch spawning pool. Um,
So
FS is a Masters and Sorrow is a Diamond, but like we've said many times, there's such a finite difference between those two. I mean, that's a small difference. We've seen a lot. Um, we've seen a lot of diamonds be able to put out masters. It's just not that overly different. Sorrow getting his expansion going as well. It looks like the SCV would rather get in for a read than to sit there and chomp away at a
yeah,
hatch.
yeah, I don't think he's going to do a whole lot of damage there.
Yeah. And it looks like we are going to have a little bit of greedy play here. Here goes the third for FS. 21.
That's about right. He's
Yeah.
there's two links out to go get the Zelnaga towers. I think he scout. Did he scout the expansion? I think he did.
Uh, no, he's not. He's not had a chance to get over there yet. And we do see Sorrow seeing the third immediately. So he saw that drone go by. He wanted to come check it out.
I'll be interested to
Come
see if
deal with that first.
I'm interested to see if he cancels this bunker he's got building at his natural. He has to know that speed can't come out for a significant amount of time now. So that 150 minerals, you could delay it by quite a bit.
Well, it's actually 100. It did get brought back down a little bit. You see it a lot on a Terran player, and it's a deposit actually. Because when you think about it, you're going to get 75 of it back. It really does help when you're starting to get some rounds from early lean pressure to go ahead and deter them from trying anything. Um,
He built it in a very good spot too.
Asking for a pause. And FS accidentally unpaused it.
Almost got a marine kill out of it too.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so
he owes him 2 Zerglings now.
We'll let the pause finish. And while we are in there, let me double check. Here, Pat.
Just getting the scout off of it. So Roach Warren's going down for FS. I'd assume it's going to be a defensive Roach Warren just because of the third base.
Yeah,
but
I would assume so.
First left, get over. Yeah, I've ever seen a supply depot wall starting to get built. Pretty standard. It's hard on this map because it's so wide open. But a pretty early starport here. Could see Banshee play. I would be very surprised if it's something like very fast medvacs or elevators. Yeah, and there's the tech lab.
Sorry, I had to get someone else in.
And an eBay going down at the same time. It's a lot of gas he's committing at this point. So you're assuming it's not going to be Cloak because the eBay, you assume it's going to be a +1 attack start, which means we're probably going to see the Marine tank standard style, but we'll see.
I do like the Hellions to quickly be able to get around on this map, but with roaches coming out, they're not going to be able to do much against them. So as he comes in,
Zergling speed will be finished here pretty soon too. So if anything, he might get a drone, but it's generally just going to be scout.
And there is a bench. But you think about it. At this point, he don't need to worry about Cloak quite yet. He can delay that a little bit longer because only queens can fire on him. So he can go do some harassing on the third and run from queens for a little bit if he needs to. You do see that from time to time. And here goes 4 Hellions rolling in. They're going to try to go straight into the main here. Go.
They're gonna be able to get a couple. They should be able to get a few drones here.
You have seen
very
10 workers taken out at this point. So Sara was able to get 10 workers killed and 14 units killed total,
and scout the layer too. So he's got a very good time when Mutalisk can come out. He should assume it's Mutalisk because he saw the Baneling nest being built.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we now see Sorrow getting tanks going as well, and this is a lot of tech for him still being on 2 bases.
Yes, it's he really needs these Banshees. Even if he doesn't do damage, they need to slow the creep spread. The creep spread on this map is very easy. You don't really have to worry about getting it up to those golds. If you just control those 2 big highways with your creep, then it's very, very little you can do with the Marines, honestly.
We are seeing a couple spines hit over here coming down, so I'm assuming this is for early protection.
I think they're spores.
I mean, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it again.
And those spores are in good place. It's just that's a lot to invest when you haven't seen.
Yeah.
Anyway, did we not even see it? Was a Banshee even built, or did it go straight to the medevacs?
That's what I was just now looking at. I think he must have canceled that off because let me go over the units. I don't see. No, he does not have one. So it looks like it must have been canceled off. We are seeing the Banglings morphing up towards we'll call that the 11 o'clock position. So we're going to have a couple lings, a good bit of roaches and Banglings coming in here. Um,
This
the
is
Banshee speed is not finished up quite yet.
this is very all in for the Zerg player. This is a lot to lose. If this does not do a significant amount of damage, he's in big trouble because that's way over 30 supply that he's advantaged.
Now, the only advantage he's got going into this right now is these tanks are going to play hard if they can. They're just now seizing up. They seize a little bit late.
You target
so
fire on the Bane,
obviously
like you need to target fire the Bane.
the tanks were able to fall. They didn't get the seize in time, and that really worked against it. This is kind of an all-in play, but on the flip side, being on 3 bases, he can reproduce this a lot quicker. Now, I mean, this second, I mean, right now there's no mining going on whatsoever on the second except for oil and gas. He is going to have to deal with that tank that's going to be sitting there. But now that we've got banging speed, let's see, some of these should connect. They almost got it down. It is on fire. A couple more hits yet. Bunker gone. They're going straight in for the tank. Tank is getting taken down. Overseer was taken out as well, but there's not anything it was really needed for. And this is where the clump of medevacs are really going to make a big difference here, as they're just right now just killing a couple Marines. But at this point, there's a lot of workers lost and a lot of mining time lost as Sorrow is really down. He really needs to mule in ASAP.
Right. Very surprising though. That closed the supply gap a lot. Like Milos was up almost 30 supply before this initial attack hit, and it's in the single digits now almost.
Right. But when you've got tech on here like tanks sitting out here, being able to as Mute is taking the gold. When you have tanks out here, it's going to take a lot to get them down, and yet it's going to be a lot slower for Sorrow to reproduce them. So that does work in his favor in this kind of a matchup. That yes, you're going to take a lot of loss to get him down, but if you can't get him down, you cannot win.
Now the Terran's going to have a big timing here. He's going to hit +2 attack and +1 attack on his vehicles before any upgrades are done for FSMuTaLisk.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can get a good siege here, he can do a lot of damage and definitely secure his third.
And as we see Mute rolling out again, the same kind of path here. Now that the infestation pit is out, he needs to get some infestors out to deal with these tanks. Even just surround them with infested Terrans. Even that is enough to shut them down.
Right, and these upgrades are just so late for a Zerg player.
Mm-hmm.
They're just
I think he was really wanting to. I really do think he was hoping to end that off, but getting more and more bases ahead, you can clearly see that he can outproduce right now.
Right. What's the drone count at?
We are looking at 68 for FSMute, 40 SCBs for Sorrow. Army supply up by 30 now for FSMute. And another thing that's a little bit difficult here is we're seeing multiple tech path upgrades. Oh, and here comes a drop coming in from about the 2 o'clock position into the main. It's only one here. Infestors in the corner are going to hit that, but they don't have fungal. But there we go. Fungal is out, and goodbye. Oh no, I thought that would get them off, but the 2-2s.
Yeah, Marines with upgrades are pretty crazy.
And here we see on the flip side of the map, we're seeing the roaches and rolling through these tanked up army as they are focusing down these tanks. This last tank comes in and is being put out, and we see the GG from Sorrow. First game goes to FSMuTaLisk.
And now, I really think Sorrow had a window there with his +2 on his Marines and +1 on his tanks, where if he would have hit at that time, it would have been before the gold was fully established, and it really could have changed it. But it's just something, you get a different perspective when we have all the map vision, and he was really locked in space.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it could have been a thing where when he was getting attacked, he didn't check the upgrades, if different stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.